Welcome back, and I hope everybody's having the feel goodest of Fridays here. Chat It Up Sports, like and subscribe everywhere, please and thank you. That YouTube, when you just press those little buttons, it helps us out so much. We're on the way, man. We're on the way. We're doing hot stuff on TikTok. We're doing all the things that we're supposed to do as a bunch of dudes in their 30s and one Gen Zer. And Drew, we learned how young he was last week. When a man tells you he wasn't even alive for 9/11, it just kind of freaks you out nowadays.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
A coworker.
Like, that's our guy. Like, he's not like an intern. Like, he's actually a part. Like, this is his.
I know.
This is his.
I know. And he's that young.
Not alive for 2000. He does not know what a Burger King watch is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Anywho, let's talk real quick about, let's go back to LeBron stuff.
Let's hear it.
Marketing mastermind. How bad of a pump fake was it? What all did we hear? This is your guy.
It is my guy. This is my king. And I am so mad at Bron right now.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, I actually agree with Skip Bayless. Did you see this thing about Skip?
No.
So Skip was like, basically, you, LeBron James, tainted your legacy because it was like a pump fake. Like, we as a society are so ready to give you this farewell tour. Like, I'm saying, like, every stadium's going to be sold out for every single game you play in right now. I mean, it's just gonna happen. And for you to do that, it's like, you know what? Like, you've really sold out for some Hennessy. Like, this, like why? Like, I get it, dollars, but like, you could have done anything else.
Anything else except for the decision.
Except for the decision parts, because it's just like, all right, like, this is the moment. Like, as a grown man, I was sitting by my phone at work looking to see, all right, like, what is he gonna say? Subscribe to LeBron's Instagram, got the notification that he posted, and it was for Hennessy VSOP, his Hennessy creation. I was pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. It had, the first one had over 1.3 million likes to tell you where everybody's head was at. They knew it was coming. They were with you. And I think we all were, because we either thought it was going to be that, or you just thought, or he's going to like say, I'm going to stay 2 more years or something like that. I thought it was just going to be a timeline thing for him. And then he comes out with the biggest pump fake ever.
Like, when Drew on our last show was like, hey, it's like a Taco Tuesday ad.
Oh, that was the other one that Drew came up with. Yeah.
And I was like, man, if this is a Taco Tuesday ad, like, he's really going to like make me upset. This made me even more upset.
That was bad. That was really bad, because I get, like, I'm sure it's fat dollars. I was trying to, trying to find like the numbers, but I couldn't find how much he was going to get from the Hennessy deal. But it's a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But it ain't worth that.
Well, you have to think, there are really, and you think of like all the previous like alcohol prominent figures, within sports and entertainment, like, that's a prestige, right? Like, you think about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say it now, but Diddy.
Yeah. Doesn't land the same, but
50 Cent, like, there's figures that have made some figures when it comes to alcohol, bro. So, like, I get LeBron doing this, but like, he could have went any other direction and it still would have landed.
I know. That's the thing, is like, I think LeBron is just like too corny and doesn't always get like public perception well. Like, he's like too famous.
Yeah.
That he doesn't quite understand that this is a little bit of a miss. A little bit of a miss, because you just can't pump fake like that. It's too much. It's too close to what you would do for retirement. Like you mentioned, there's 1,000 different ways he could have gone. Again, I say all that. He probably created the biggest social media buzz in 24 hours that you possibly could.
Yeah, I agree. But like, he could have literally been like, I'll request a trade, and been like, I'm no longer, satisfied with my current option.
Yeah.
And been like, my current option is Hennessy. I want to switch to Hennessy VSOP. I'm not.
Yeah.
Then I would have been like, that's funny.
Yeah.
But
or like him walking in a suit and be like, big decisions tomorrow, 10 a.m. Something.
Yeah.
Very bland.
But like, the decision part too is like, that was one of the most iconic memories in sports history to me.
Yep. No, I think it should be, especially of our generation. Huge, dude.
Like, bro, like we stopped what we were doing. We were like, he turned into a villain that night for
Yeah.
everybody in the NBA. We all, except for Miami Heat fans, were like, yo, LeBron James sucks.
Oh, yeah, I disliked him for so long. I knew he was the most physically gifted basketball player ever, but it sucked. But I was like, this is not what we needed for the NBA, and it kinda made the NBA a little worse. Shout out to the
Yeah.
Mavs, you know?
JJ Barea and company, man.
Yeah, needed that one. We needed to see that.
Yeah. But
We needed to
then
see that.
it's
Yeah.
what came to follow was carnage.
Carnage, bro.
Bro.
We saw the greatest version of LeBron, and unfortunately, he was just on that team, so it overshadows it. But there were some games where I was like, "How do you stop this guy?"
You know, you Iman Shumpert, you know
Yeah.
him very well.
Yeah, yeah.
He is one of the best podcasters from like NBA perspectives, like his
Yeah.
storytelling. He was telling a story about that team post Dallas. And he was like, man, they stopped shooting threes. Like they just attacked the rim and would sprint back on defense for 82 straight games. Like they all the 3-point percentage all dropped. Bosch, him, and Wade, because they're just driving. And they're just like, as a defender, I didn't know what to do. Because it's just like, I can't do this for 60 minutes and hold
No.
LeBron, D Wade, and Bosch.
Yeah.
Like, it's exhausting.
How do you guard that guy?
Yeah.
Or if you get switched, sweet.
What the hell
I get D Wade now. I'm gonna go.
sure.
I'm gonna go slow down on prime D Wade.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, dude. They turned that corner and they were just dunk city, dude.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
But it's like one of those things. It seems a little weird and corny and bad miss, but it's also good marketing, and I'm sure Hennessy is gonna do very well now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think I'm gonna get a bottle. I think every LeBron fan that feels like I do is gonna get a bottle or two.
Oh, no doubt about it, dog.
I'm sure there's gonna be like collectors items and bottles like Maker's Mark. You know how they have like the Maker's Dip. I think that's gonna be an option. Like, there's gonna be so many things that they can do with it. But
little stamp on top.
Little stamp, bro.
I love that.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna hit. It was weird to me. I feel like he just kind of doesn't have a full on awareness of like how. I think he knows how popular he is, but I also don't at the same time. It's really weird. It's like, dude, that's a that's a huge moment in sports.
Yeah.
You can't pump fake that. But he did it. It'll probably work out financially for a lot of people. Just really weird for others, because I know you said there were some tickets that were bought and purchased.
Yeah, there was a fan is actually trying to sue LeBron James right now because he bought tickets to LeBron's last game, spent his last, according to him, it was like $950. Brother, it ain't that serious.
It ain't that
I
serious.
get it,
dude.
though. I get it, dog. Like, I really do. But he spent his last and is now trying to sue LeBron and get damages as well.
Of course, you're gonna get damages. Emotionally distraught.
I get it.
I don't know. I mean, maybe there was like during prime Jordan, but there's no fan like a LeBron fan.
No.
As far as like a singular player and how many he has, it's like Kobe and LeBron through our lifetime that are just so far and away above everybody else.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, you got what? Kobe, LeBron, in our lifetime, Jordan, obviously.
Yeah, but I guess we just didn't see like the full effect.
We didn't see the full
We were
Jordan
such
effect.
we were such younger kids.
Yeah.
But like those two, I saw like the magnitude of how many people loved him. And obviously Jordan was during that time, but I'm just saying like those are the two like I vividly remember.
I think I mean, we would be stupid if we didn't say Steph.
Yeah, I guess I just don't like
Steph changed basketball.
Steph's changed basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, those fans are different too. And they're younger. Like they're just quite a bit younger than us. I think we're gonna have those guys when Steph's time comes. It's gonna be interesting.
There's somebody out there right now that is like, yo, Steph Curry is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
There's somebody out there.
There is a niche group of people that still believe that. They're like, he's the greatest shooter, more championships, blah, blah, blah. Like, which, if you're a championship guy, it's like, okay, I can see where you're at. I can see where you're trying to get at. It's just, I'm taking a team of Steph's, a team of LeBron's, or teams of Jordan. Steph ain't getting any of them nods.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Can I stay in NBA for a second?
Yeah, have at it, dog.
Bro, can we talk about a Chattanooga young bull in the making real fast? Ace Bailey, bro.
Holy shit, dude! I saw him last night.
Dog. Him and KD. Speaking of KD, shout out to KD. His K Adams. I think KD's about to settle down, bro.
He might be settled down.
Yeah. Shout out to KD.
Shout out to KD.
Rockets debut.
Boy.
Nah, Ace Bailey, bro. He plays basketball the right way.
That boy's so athletic.
He's a superstar, bro. Like he might be the best athlete to come out of Chattanooga, Tennessee when it's all said and done.
If he gets it all right here, I mean, it's not like that far off. I'm not saying he just doesn't have it at all. I'm just saying you just mature naturally.
Yeah.
As we all do. He'll be really nice.
I was talking to one of my really good friends, and he was just like, I hate that Ace went to Utah because he's very close to Ace. He was like, I hate it, but I love it.
Love it.
Because there is nothing to do in Utah but hoop.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he can do.
You got some good vets now. You got Kevin Love out there.
Yeah.
He's going to learn a lot. He's going to learn a lot just about being a professional. And, hey, like, dude, places closed down early out there.
And there's nobody really in front of him. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to be a day one starter, all 82 games, go make mistakes.
That jumper looks nice right now. Oh, I didn't think I would say that. I mean, it's always looks smooth, but whenever he elevates, man, he's been working.
And apparently it was between him and Coop, right, to be the first overall pick for a long time. And then Flag kind of took the flag and was just like, all right, I'll see you. But, like, the reason Ace wasn't really in that convo was because of how much he had to do at Rutgers. And to this day, again, I was talking confidently and confidentially. What's the word? Confidential information. Basically, he should not have gone to Rutgers, is what I was told.
The dollar amount got to him.
But the dollar amount was egregious enough for him to be like, I can essentially do a bid. And go to Rutgers and help my family.
That's why DeBonchia is going to BYU. It's like, hey, it is insane for a person to not take, like, I'm sure the next offer was $800,000.
Yeah.
BYU was like, here's 1.1, dude, $300,000. And if you're a person being like, oh, that's so much for a young kid, it's like, yeah, not really in that world. It's all situational. Everything has its way. Like, it's in that world when you're about to make that much money, $300,000 in case something happens. What if all he is a college basketball player? That $300,000 is going to go a long way if you didn't have it.
100%. I mean, it's life-changing money.
Life-changing, dude.
And it's 9 months. You got to think. Season, I mean, you really, workouts and summer stuff, but, like, you're August to April if you go to a natty.
Yeah.
August to April. That's your commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And you're done.
You're done. And you're done. So for him, like, but for Ace, he just, what was that? I think he got one. I think he was like at one. Something like that. Yeah. Something crazy.
He was the 7-figure mark. Man.
Yeah, man. And so for both of those guys to go up there, they tried to build that team. And it's just hard for some freshmen if they don't have good guys around him. There's two freshmen trying to make shit happen at Rutgers, and that's just hard, man. We saw it. Yeah. Ace didn't get to play his natural game. It looks like he worked. I know it's one game. I know it's preseason, but it looked like he put in some work over the summer, dog.
No, like you remember the interview? They were like, Ace, what is the weakness in your game? He was like, you ain't been watching because I really don't have weaknesses. And we were like, pfft. Buddy looked last night like he didn't have weaknesses, bro.
I know. That's
like legitimately a young Paul George type of cat.
Yeah, that's the thing. What if you get that guy to buy it defensively? That's grotesque.
Yeah, bro.
Grotesque. All right, let's hop over. Let's go ahead and start with Core 4.
All right.
Would you guys like to start with Red River, Indiana, Oregon, or Alabama, Missouri?
Let's bring in the doctor. Doctor needs to come in and give the prescription. You start, sir.
I'm sorry. What?
Write us prescription for a full day of Saturday.
Come on, bro.
Listen, you need a good couch.
Okay.
possibly beverage of your choice, whether alcoholic or non-alcoholic. If it is alcoholic, responsibly, please.
Yeah.
And then a full day of college football. That's all you need.
Do you have any food plans come Saturday?
No.
Okay.
I don't. No, it's kind of an off the cuff thing. It's kind of like if I wake up feeling it, go get Chick-fil-A breakfast, maybe, but not guaranteed. Sometimes it's like, hey, you know what? Financially responsible. Let me just cook breakfast at home. It's just kind of like a play it by ear thing.
Yeah, Saturdays have been like I'm either going. We have a really nice grocery store across that makes like some fire breakfast. It's also like $10. I'm like, dude, I can make these same eggs, throw some cheese in there for the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been cooking at home. Got a little one. We make all the same things.
Yeah.
Also, real side note this is our Dad It Up segment, real quick.
Yeah.
We moved up to the 1-year-old class. My daughter turns 1 next week. Feels freaking weird. Yeah. So I was like, man, and I did not know we were moving up to the 1-year-old class. And in the little ones, in the sub 1-year-olds, the infant stage, they don't need shoes. The 1-year-old class, you need shoes. I didn't bring shoes because I didn't know we were moving today. So I dropped her off and they were like, hey, don't forget shoes next time. I was like, I won't. I promise. I only miss once. But
hey, you are such a good dad, bro.
We try, dude. We try. And I'll say this. Shout out to Miss Pam. She took like videos and pictures today. Gracie's out on the playground just ripping, dog. And they said she was the best one to transition in a long time. That's what I'm going to paraphrase. They just said she was really good at transitioning into her class, and it was great. I was like, that's my girl.
Can I get 3 claps for Gracie, bro?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I loved it. It was cool. There's my Dad It Up moment. It was awesome. It was weird. All at the same time, I was like, dude, for me, it's, if you're watching tomorrow, 4 days.
Proud of her. Proud of you.
Thanks, man.
And the entire Green clan.
We're doing it, man. We're doing it. It is live wire all the time. Okay, Joseph, back to you. Where do you want to start?
Okay. Well, I think it's a fitting agenda to start the same time the games start.
Okay.
Start at noon. And at noon in Columbia, Alabama takes on Missouri. Coming off of what I would consider back-to-back, like pretty emotionally heavy games for Alabama. Like the road trip to Georgia, everybody's wondering what you're going to be after the Florida State loss. You come out, you win that game on the road. You immediately turn. You've got a resurgent Vanderbilt team that's not really flying under the radar anymore. People started taking them seriously. So you get that game at home. And then now you've got to take another road trip straight to Missouri. That's a sneaky, I don't want to say a sneaky good team, but a lot of people think they could be the buster team in the SEC this year, where it's like, hey, if you don't take this team seriously, not quite like we understand Vanderbilt's improved from what they normally are, but I think Missouri's really that team where it's like, okay, this is seriously the 9-3. They could bust your SEC championship aspirations team, and they could end up there themselves. With the way that Missouri's looked so far with Bo Fabula and Ahmad Hardy. But boys, I'll open the floor up to y'all first. Alabama, 3.5-point favorite. Where you feeling? How you feeling?
Personally, this is one I've gone back and forth with. Ty, if he keeps playing like this, will be a first-round pick. Let's just say that. He's looked awesome. Very decisive. He had them dialed up the last 2 weeks. But this is their third straight top 20 team. That's tough to deal with, dude. That's really tough to deal with. A lot of emotion. Missouri's off the bye. Again, I know Missouri has not played the greatest competition, but, you get South Carolina, not at full strength, I don't think, but still, it's a win versus South Carolina. Bo's been really great. The big one that gets me, though, and again, I understand the competition's very different, but Alabama's 104th in rush defense. And you are about to go against not just Ahmad Hardy, who's an absolute monster. My favorite thing this week is I've heard everybody kind of say the same version. He's 5'10", and he's every bit of 210, 215. He's a tank, dude. That boy's going to run hard. He doesn't have the craziest burst off his cuts. I was watching some stuff after we talked about him So the last couple weeks, everybody's kind of got Ahmad Hardy on their vision board now. They're like, okay, this guy's a real deal. And so getting some scouting guys, and they're like, dude, he's electric and he's got quick feet, of course, but he doesn't like just blow out of the hole. Pause. And just go like, somebody that you would see off the one jump cut. So they're like, man, maybe Alabama's defensive line can prevent the big plays because they can get to him quick enough if he's not going to just be at top-notch speed as fast as he needs to be. I don't believe that. I think this running back crew is going to be really tough. I think Ahmad's going to have a great day. They've got another great backup right behind him. It's another guy that's averaging 7 yards a carry. I think Pabula causes us some issues. That defense is going to have a really tough day. I think there's been a lot of emotion these last couple weeks for Alabama. I think this is another one of their L's. Give me Missouri
to
win at home.
Wow.
I love it.
It's my least confident pick,
mm-hmm.
but it is something I was like, the more I think about it at home, it just makes a world of difference. And I think it's a tough matchup for Alabama's defense. This is going to be a higher scoring game. I know you got that on the chat slip. So, but who's up?
I'll take
Malcolm.
it.
Go ahead, brother.
Central Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, and UMass.
Tough games.
Good team out there in Central Arkansas.
That's a good team. That's a good team. Don't let them confuse you out. What's Conway?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fellas, straight up, Alabama still hasn't played their best football, and I do think that they have a top 3 quarterback right now in college football in Ty Simpson, which is crazy because to start the season, I was like, this guy's a joke, even though I was jealous, right? I think, Joseph, your prediction of Ty in this year has come into fruition like nobody's business. And to me, he still doesn't have his best weapon operating like he needs to. Ryan Williams has not looked Ryan Williams-ish all year. There's been flashes, specifically like in the Wisconsin game, but I haven't seen like Jeremy Bernard has been like the best receiver for Alabama, and it's kind of not close, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think that changes this weekend. I really do. Give me Alabama to roll big. I mean, the line some places is 3.5. Other
Moved
places
down to 2.5.
Some places moved to 2.5. Some places I see 5.5. So that's kind of got me a little weary.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you can get this all the way up to 7.5. I mean, I really like Alabama this weekend.
Yeah, I not to spoil my pick, but I'll go ahead and let you know I'm also on Alabama.
Okay.
But here's my analysis for this game and how I think this could play out. So, looking at Missouri and looking at their rushing success, Ahmad Hardy has been by far and away the best back in the SEC. If not, you could make the argument he's been one of the best backs in the nation.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
But when I think about rushing success against Alabama, Georgia had rushing success against Alabama. Pretty fair rushing success against Alabama. What killed them? Well, a turnover on their own end and a failed possession in the red zone. So that's where I'm looking at this Alabama defense, and I'm thinking, how effective are they going to be in the red zone? Because if Missouri's moving the ball up and down all day between the 20s, that's fine and dandy and good. But if you're settling for field goals, the explosivity of this offense, the way that Ty Simpson's been just dicing up secondaries, that's not going to spell good things for Missouri.
Yeah.
So obviously your key is to the more Ahmad Hardy gets carries and the higher his yards per carry is and the more efficient you are on offense for Missouri, the more you keep Ty Simpson and Alabama off the field. So you kind of mitigate how lethal he's been. But at the same time, I feel like this is one of those games where Missouri could go on like a 12-play drive, 7, 8, 9 minutes of clock burned off, and then, a drop kick and three plays later and Alabama's tied it. They've matched your score.
Yeah.
Because one thing I don't know is how susceptible this Missouri secondary is going to be. Because they have answers.
I was going to say,
Alabama.
are they good, bro?
I don't think so. I don't know because they haven't played a true passing attack.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. Lenore's put up 302 yards passing.
Yeah, that was his
And
by far his
and
best performance.
yeah, and I don't feel great about where South Carolina is at the receiver position.
Yeah.
Outside of like Nick Harbor, who the talent's there, but like from a pure receiver standpoint, playing the position, I don't think he'd touch the field at Alabama right now between the three guys they have. And I know Ryan Williams and Jeremy Bernard get a lot of attention, as they should. You know, Ryan had the year he had last year. He's kind of come on a little bit this year. Jeremy Bernard's been a stud. People kind of sleep on Isaiah Horton. They kind of forget that he's there. He was really good for them in the Georgia game, completing third downs. Like, he was a crucial catch guy that Ty Simpson went to when they'd convert some of these long 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 type plays. So that's a guy that I think you know, if you're the Missouri defense, you check Ryan Williams, got him. Check Jeremy Bernard, got him. Oh, shit, there goes Isaiah Horton for 50 yards. Like, there are multiple ways that they can attack. And the things that I've worried about for Alabama and that have kept me cautious for them, this run game has improved with Jam Miller. It's still not where, like, I think if you would ask Kalen DeBoer or if you would ask Ryan Grubb or ask an Alabama fan, like, where would you like the run game? Which I know you get drastically different answers if you ask those two guys versus a fan.
Of course.
But, like, they're probably going to tell you the run game's not where they want it to be,
Yeah.
but it's coming along.
For sure. Jam Miller just got back.
Yeah, yeah. And he's only going to get better as he gets healthier. And the thing I worry about is Missouri's ability to answer. And what led me to go with Alabama is Missouri's ability to answer. I think they'll have success. I think Ahmad Hardy will have success on the ground because from what I've seen, I have no reason to doubt that. Alabama hasn't shown me that you won't have success running the ball against them. I know they kind of shut down Vanderbilt's run game, but that's a little bit different than what Missouri's presenting to you this Saturday. Ooh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Voice went out there. That's a little bit different than the more traditional run game that Missouri's going to present to you this coming Saturday. So ultimately, I think Alabama wins. I kind of want to be on the middle ground where I'm like, give me Missouri to cover, but I don't know, 3.5's really close. So I think I'm going to go Alabama to win, Alabama to cover. I think this receiver core is just going to be too much for Missouri's secondary. I will say, I do think this will be one of the bigger tests for Ty Simpson's rhythm and timing because I think Missouri can actually rush the passer.
Yeah.
I don't think Georgia's great at it. I don't think Vandy's great at it. I think this will probably be close to like Florida State, if not better, as a defensive line that can actually get after the passer. One of those guys breaks my heart a little bit is Damon Wilson. He was projected to be a starter for Georgia. Now he's at Missouri. He can rush the passer. He's had like an 80 PFF grade this year.
He's awesome.
He's been really good for Missouri.
That defensive line, and if they don't have to bring multiple guys.
Yeah, if they can get pressure with 4.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Alabama. This is why like I'm so lax in my confidence is because the thing about Alabama, and you said it, Miggy, like they've not played their best ball. Their potential is just so high.
For sure, bro.
But where it gets me is like, man, the thing that got I think Alpha Nerd is gonna be similar-ish to Florida State. I think they're gonna use Bo on the ground a lot. They're gonna cause them problems. I don't think they did a great job with Pavia. I just don't think they have options. Maybe it's not the greatest analysis there. I think they did a good job in the first half. Vanderbilt did, but as Drew mentioned, they really cut them off on the edges in the second half.
Yeah,
and I just think that's because they're a little limited. I think Missouri just is that with more talent on the outside. 2 running backs that are very talented. Plus, Bo's just a little bit better, I think, in some situations like that. So I'm intrigued by the fact that they can do Florida State and Vanderbilt-ish stuff. And again, Alabama was the better team at the time and on that Saturday, but Vanderbilt still had chances to knock on that door.
Yeah.
And they just close it on themselves.
Yeah. I mean, if
Twice.
Pavia doesn't have that red zone turnover,
They're
like
up
that
14-0.
the game's the rest of the game script's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So
is Missouri better than Vanderbilt?
Yes. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I think they're, I'm not going to say similar, but I think it's just a better team overall. And I think
they're more
3
balanced.
guys. Yeah. They're way more balanced, especially that front 7 for Missouri is pretty nasty.
Yeah. And if
Again,
they can,
the question is that secondary.
yeah,
It's gonna be a long ass day.
yeah, because if they're,
It's gonna be a long ass day. Dude.
I mean, even if the secondary plays, like I think Ty and this receiver core are good enough to where even if your secondary's solid, like they're gonna get theirs. But how, like, can you keep them out of the end zone? Can you keep the explosive plays down? Can you keep 40, 50, 60-yard bombs from being what kills you? You know, can you force Alabama to drive the ball? Like we've seen that they can. We know they can. They did it in the Georgia game.
That's
But
the scary part.
I think if you are Missouri, you have a better chance if you do that than if you just let them get explosive after explosive. And I really like watching. What I'm looking for in this game is what Ty Simpson looks like if his timing gets disrupted. Again, because we pointed out the D-line, we pointed out Damon Wilson. I want to see Ty and how he responds if he's just under duress.
Yeah.
Like truly under duress. But that's not enough for me to pick Missouri. I'm going to lean with Bama. I'm going to roll with Bama. I think they get it done. I think they win by like 7.
Yeah, if they do that, if they clear it out, I mean, what a turn of events and a national perspective turnaround. If you go from Florida State, and again, I know this Missouri win may not be like, as big as it will feel against Georgia, but I think this will be like the number one. Holy shit, they have changed every bit of narrative. They are now back to being the best version of football in our country.
The thing that I think that I'm looking out for also is, have you shaken the Kalen DeBoer narrative of Kalen on the road? Like if
Yes.
Alabama goes out and wins this game and they win like 28-20 or 31-24, something like that, and it's clean, like no big turnovers, not a lot of penalties. Like if
No
they've
fluky.
shaken the things that plagued them on the road last year, because they did it this year against Georgia, but that's one time.
And it's Georgia, and nobody felt like, everybody feels like it's a Georgia Alabama problem.
Yeah.
More so than it is a Kalen on the road problem.
Yeah. Like a lot of those same problems showed up for you in the Florida State game, and you shook them in the Georgia game. Can you shake them again? Like, I think that's a lot of the things that a lot of people are looking for is, can you play clean on the road again? You did it once. I think you can do it again. I think you have taken steps toward moving to a more efficient road team and how you operate. I think it helps that this game's at noon and not at night.
That was the one. That's really a big hang up for me too, is like, man, I think the energy in Missouri at night would be really giving me a lot more confidence in a W.
Yeah.
I just think there's an emotional tie here of, we're beat down. That's my main thing. And again, they still might be the best overall team, but have this second loss.
I will say though, you know what next weekend is?
Exactly.
They could be looking ahead. So I do not hate your Missouri pick. As I'm sitting here, I'm not saying I'm convinced.
No, you can't be.
But like I'm sitting here like, man, like these boys could easily be like, it's just Missouri. Let's just get ready for Tennessee.
I think that's another weird part about college ball right now, especially in the SEC, especially for all these teams that are left, like the gauntlets that Oklahoma and Alabama and all these teams got to go through. These are like the highest ranked look ahead games you could possibly imagine.
Oh yeah, like imagine a look ahead game being a number 13 team in the country, bro.
Yeah, a 5-0 13.
That's crazy to talk about. But like, it truly is that this week.
Yeah.
So because that just dawned on me, like it's the third weekend in October next week.
Yeah, and this is probably the best version of Tennessee you faced in a while.
In a very long time.
I don't think they'll be in a look ahead spot for Bama. And mostly because, like, from what I heard coming out of the Georgia game from people close to the team, and people that got a chance to listen in the locker room, is like, once the Georgia game ended, they were like, Vandy. I'm like, if you're putting that much emphasis on Vandy, you're not gonna miss Missouri.
No.
Like, so I don't know if they'll fall for the look. Now that doesn't mean they're gonna come out and play that way. That doesn't mean they're gonna come out and look like they're playing like they didn't look ahead. They might come out and play poorly. We don't know. I'm not going to assume they're going to, because I just feel like that's bad faith to assume they're going to with what we've seen the past few weeks. But I think Missouri's going to catch Alabama's full shot.
Yeah, I think there's two ways you can go after that game of, hey, we'll be pretty good. We'll be 8-4, but just based on talent alone, I think they flipped the switch and they might actually have a little bit of that Dan Lanning chip on your shoulder stuff right now.
Yeah.
And Ty Simpson seems like it. That's gonna be really good. I actually kind of hate that it's at noon. Kind of hate it's at noon.
Yeah, this feels like it'd be a really good night game.
I agree.
But I mean, don't sleep on it. If Missouri gets an early lead, that place is going to be rocking, dude.
I know.
They get up for games in Como.
They do.
So
They do. Are you going to do Oregon, Indiana next?
I'll say
Sure.
Who? Y'all don't want to go South Florida?
Oh, you
yeah,
want let's go.
Yeah, I don't know much about these teams.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
do
We
it.
can get it out the way.
Let's knock that out.
It's fun. So I guess I'll no, Malcolm, you open this up. It was your idea.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think that, and I'll be quick, South Florida, I mean, yes, they have a loss, but also they have beaten what we now know as a really, really good Florida team.
Yeah.
So as I look at South Florida, I mean, I'm just telling y'all now, I'm picking the Bulls. The game they lost was to me the best team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. So as I look at what they've done, they can score at will. Yes, North Texas is very, very, very sound as a football team, undefeated. This is their first true test. Give me the South Florida Bulls and my sweet, handsome prince, Alex Golish. I miss you, buddy. So bad.
What a play caller.
Like, that's like the one that got away.
Yeah. I'll go next here. I really tried to find, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I went down the Chat GPT rabbit hole. I was like, help convince me that North Texas is going to win this game. And I just couldn't find it compelling because here's the thing is like, it's going to be hostile. Like this is going to be the biggest game in North Texas football history. But guess what? South Florida's playing some tough environments.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid. Like, no offense, North Texas. I know you're canceling classes. It's going to be a lot of fun. 30,000 there versus 30,000 or the 89,000 in the swamp or whatever it is now. Ain't the same, dog. Ain't the same. I think it's going to be close. I think this North Texas team's pretty good from what it sounds like. And, I did see a little bit of that Washington State stuff. So I was like, okay. But as we know, Washington State's not very good. So
thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, thanks, Joseph.
Yep.
So now I couldn't get on the wagon. Give me South Florida. Bonham's the man. They're going to have a big stat day. I think this will be close at times, but I think South Florida wins probably by double digits.
Solid.
Interesting. Well, I'm on the same train. I like Byron Brown and I like South Florida. They're just battle tested, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the big difference. They played Boise State to open the year. I know that game was at home. We've seen Boise State kind of bounce back a little bit. They played a tough Florida team. They played Miami. I know they kind of got boat raced by Miami a little bit.
Yeah,
but
they did.
Miami's kind of been doing that this year. They've seen better competition, and I don't think they're intimidated by this being a road trip. I'm not going to statue to death with offenses for North Texas and USF. This is literally just an all vibes, all Alex Golish and Byron Brown pick. So yeah, give me the Bulls.
Yeah, Drew Mastemaker, 15 touchdowns, no picks for North Texas.
Yeah.
He will get his first pick.
Oh, yeah, I can guarantee it.
He's going to get his first pick this week. That's all right. And that'll be okay. Hopefully he makes it a good game Friday night. That'll be fun.
I say outside of this game, they can run the table.
Yeah.
I will say, though, they easily could be a 3-loss team right now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Just looking at it.
I know because of the Miami loss, it's going to be a little tough, but it is a really nice group of 5 battle going on out there. There's some pretty daggum good group of 5 teams. So if North Texas competes this week, it'll show me a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if North Texas competes, let's just say, and they beat South Florida, they are about to get the group of 5 nod because the rest of their schedule, I mean, they avoid Memphis entirely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Memphis will get it if they beat Tulane.
Yeah.
But
because Memphis still has to go head up with South Florida.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of shaking right now.
Dude, that's the thing is I bet college football really wants South Florida to win this one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nice group of 5 day, dude.
Oh, yeah.
All right, on to the next one.
It's up to you, Jay.
Boys, Red River shootouts this week.
Ooh.
Can't wait for that one.
Cotton Bowl. They did move it to 3:30. It's not a noon kickoff anymore. So
Why?
I don't know. because ESPN.
Well,
and
because there's
they're-
2 big ones already at noon.
Because it gives them the ABC triple header.
Yeah.
So like they get to do Alabama, Missouri. Dude, like just swap them. Make Alabama, Missouri a 3:30 game.
I hate that.
I know.
That's not like college football, bruh.
No, it sucks.
We're doing a lot of weird changes.
It
this year.
sucks. It should be a noon game, but it's not. Well, I mean, technically an 11 a.m. kickoff, but oh, gentlemen. Felt really good about the Florida pick last week.
Mhm.
I did. Felt really good about it. Came true. The spot that Florida was in last week is kind of where I feel like Texas is in this week. The problem is, I think they're playing a better defense in Oklahoma. Where I go back to Texas is that I think this whole Mateer's playing is he going to play? I think it's all gamesmanship from Oklahoma. I don't think Mateer's actually going to play in this game. I think at max he'll try to give it a go, and he might get one drive before I think he's not playing. I think this is literally just let's make Texas think that he's playing, get in their head as much as possible, because they're already kind of shaken a little bit because of the way the season's gone so far, and use that to our advantage. I do not think Mateer's playing in this game. I'll be thoroughly surprised if he does. So that being said, I do not have a lot of confidence in Michael Hawkins and this Oklahoma offense. The defense is great. It speaks for itself. I know what I'm getting. I have no idea what I'm getting on the offensive side of the ball from Oklahoma here, because the traditional run game with Jaden Ott has not been good. John Mateer's kind of, I don't want to say Superman a little bit on this offense, but he's kind of been, if we're moving the ball, John's the reason we're moving the ball.
Yes.
And the way that they've run him, the way that Ben Arbuckle's used him in the run game to kind of cover up the struggles they've had with Jaden Ott in this traditional run game, I don't know if I'm going to get that from Michael Hawkins. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get the same things that Mateer would be able to do. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to, because if you could, Hawkins would probably be starting. You wouldn't have had Mateer in the first place. But I don't know where points are going to come from Oklahoma, because I do still think this Texas defense is solid. I know Florida kind of had their way last week, but that's on the road. You actually leaned on Jaden Baugh, and then, you had this emerging 5-star freak in Dallas Wilson. Oklahoma doesn't have a Dallas Wilson. Deion Burks is good. He's solid, but he's been good with John Mateer throwing him the ball.
Yeah.
So, like, if I have to all of a sudden think that Michael Hawkins is going to be able to make those plays, I'm a little hesitant to think, because I mean, I know last week he played. They played Kent State. They won like 44-6. I'm not going to put a whole lot of stock in you balling against Kent State. I'm not. I just, because it's not even in the same universe as what you're about to see Saturday at 3:30. So that being said, I faded Texas last week because I hated the spot that they were in with where this Florida team was at.
Rightfully so.
This Saturday, I'm riding with this Texas team, because I hate the spot that Texas is in, because they're kind of in win now mode. They're 3-2. They've got to find some answers on offense. They haven't beaten a Power 4 team yet. And I know all of that kind of leans more towards, hey, you should pick Oklahoma, because I do think this defense is going to give Arch hell. I just feel like I can trust Sark to find some answers in a game that they have to have, versus Ben Arbuckle and Michael Hawkins kind of trying to pull like a rabbit out of a hat with this Oklahoma offense. I don't feel great about it. I don't feel great about picking Texas, but I think they find a way to win this game on Saturday. It's going to be ugly. It might be 1-17 that wins.
It really could be.
I mean, it could
really
be 1-14.
be. Yeah.
Because I mean, we could be kicking field goals. The over under is like 44.5, 43.5. Yeah, I still want to take the under.
I do too.
Because if somebody gets to 20, they're winning. That's how I feel about this.
No doubt.
Like, whoever gets to 20 is going to win, in my opinion. I just think it's a prove it spot for Texas. The running backs have been bad. The weapons have been bad. Arch has been bad. The O-line's been bad.
The O-line's been atrocious.
So, all that being said, Give me the
Oh.
Longhorns, man.
A reluctant Texas pick.
Give me the Longhorns in a game that they have to have. Because if you lose Saturday, the season really goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot for who goes next.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, take it.
All right. The Texas desperation game is here now. You mentioned that, Joseph. It's the exact same feeling as Florida last week. They had to have it or it's over. Billy doesn't make it. I don't think they lose to that Texas team. But Texas is 128th in pressures allowed. Want to know who's number one overall in pressure rate?
Please don't say it.
I know who it is.
The Oklahoma Sooners. They are getting after the quarterback and causing a pressure 47.8% of the time, according to our great friends over at PFF. That's nasty, boys. It is going to be an awful day to watch if you are an offensive fan. I think that Arch is this could be total disaster. We are in a weird spot with this Arch Manning situation. I don't think he's just the worst quarterback of all time. I just think we got so much love because of a last name, because of money, because of all the things. He's going to have a terrible Saturday. And I think there's going to be I don't think Oklahoma offense is going to have to be great. They're going to have to give some sort of creative power to Arbuckle. It has to happen. The Ott thing has to turn around this week. There is no doubt about it. Him and Torrey Blaylock have to just be studs. But here's the thing. If Hawkins can just not be terrible, I don't know if you saw some of these Kent State throws, scare the crap out of me. Even one of the touchdowns, the guy is literally tackling him. He's got him by the waist. He's falling down, throws up a prayer. There's just nobody close to the receiver at the time. By the time it got there, he's having to make a jump ball play. So, yes, it counts as a touchdown, but if you watched it, you're dude, an SEC defender's picking that off. No doubt. Yeah. Or he's getting sacked. So, very much scared of that. But as you mentioned, it's going to be ugly, but I legit think this might be a 13-7 win for Oklahoma. God. It's not going to be exhilarating football, but I do have a good feeling this is going to be one game where you're going to get a couple big plays out of Ott and Blaylock, and you're all right, here we go. I just think Arch is going to have an awful, awful day. I mean, dude, this O-line has been so bad for him, and it's just a spot that I do not see him getting any better. This is the worst kind of defense for him to face this week, and it's going to be a long day, and it's not going to be fun football. Give me the Oklahoma Sooners in a very, very ugly matchup.
Prep the ice bath, dude, because Arch is going to need it.
Yeah. You know those bad looks we get from Arch? Get ready for a lot of those. There's a lot of memes. The ones on the sidelines.
Yeah.
The eyes open. Yeah. You're just lost in translation. I think we're going to see multiple turnovers on both sides. I think we're going to cut a couple of turnovers on downs. You're finally moving. If you're Texas, you're all right, we're going to get here. You're in that no man's land spot. You can't punt, can't kick your field goal. Stuffed on fourth down. We're going to see a couple of those, and you're dude.
If I set the over under at touchdowns in this game at 3.5, would you take the over or the under?
3.5
touchdowns in the whole game.
Under.
Malcolm,
I'm sorry. I'm looking at previous history of the rivalry.
I would not.
No, this is the furthest thing.
There's been times where Texas and Oklahoma have scored more than 3.5 touchdowns
in a quarter.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's it just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. It does not.
I'm sitting here and I'm just man,
this is not a Colt McCoy or a Baker Mayfield.
Baker's not there.
Caleb Williams ain't walking off the sideline for Oklahoma.
Man, that was such an iconic moment,
dude.
We want Caleb first play house call.
Yeah.
that what was that to Marvin Mims?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think so.
Man, I got a little college football. In that.
You got, you know that,
That's
Just a
cool.
little pull.
dude. Those
Um,
games memories.
straight up, my pick was changed while I sat in this seat, thanks to Chase Green.
Yep.
After listening definitively to information and just knowing the eye test that I've had for Texas, I came in here fully expecting to take Texas. Like I put it in the group chat earlier. Yeah, this is what it is. This is what it was, and this is what it will be. I cannot confidently pick Texas to win this football game, given what I just heard. Like the stats, that's egregious. They're number one.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think that Texas is 128th in literally anything.
Like that is a glaring issue, and it's been seen. I mean, that Florida game was it was bad. It was bad. And I feel for Arch because you guys have been watching. There is some amazing moments from Arch. Like one throw a game, you're like, oh, holy cow.
Yeah.
But then like he is on his back a lot, bro.
Yeah.
So definitively, I am now switching my pick. I'm rolling with you, CG. I'm going Oklahoma.
Come on in. Again, I actually like wanted to pick Texas because I'm like, this is the game you have to have. Like Hawkins is not a great quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. And they now have a game to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Is like, I think a big factor for Alabama versus Florida State was you had no idea what you were getting out of Castellanos and offensive coordinator. Like whole new regime over there. It feels like in Florida State outside of a head coach, of course. I'm just saying when you have a guy that can scheme up multiple times quarterback runs and different things, like it's going to be weird. You got a game to watch Hawkins. And I get it was Kent State, but you're still going to see a lot of the similar stuff. I'm just not looking forward to watching them try to score. It'll be entertaining because it's still the Red River, but whew, boys, I just can't get to Texas. They're not good. And they have the talent again, but they're not like Alabama where they've flipped the switch and have the FU mindset.
Yeah.
Last thing on this game, fellas.
Yep.
I'm just looking at the history of it. I mean, since 2010, Texas has only won this thing 5 times.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley kind of dominated this game.
Sure did.
Like
He was in
Oklahoma really was putting belt to ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Minus the 1 year that Texas blanked them like 48-0.
What year was that?
that
I
year
think
was,
that was
2022.
Yeah.
Who was on that Oklahoma team?
That was, I think, Venable's first season.
Oh,
I think
that's
Lincoln
right.
Riley had
Yes.
just left.
Yeah, that's right. God, I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah. And they got destroyed.
It was really bad. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you who the Oklahoma quarterback was.
I don't know. I mean, but that is crazy. Yeah, the last time that under that you described, Joseph, the last time that score technically that under 40-ish, you'd have to go back to 2009.
Whoa.
My Lord. What was the final score of that game?
16-13 Texas.
That's what I feel like this Saturday is going to be that game.
literally
Not necessarily like I picked Texas, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 16-13 Oklahoma.
you
Yeah,
barely
that would
missed
not.
in 2015 when it was 24-17 Texas. So like you
That's the
you're
under, I
there.
guess. Yeah. But still.
Yeah, but
that's-
I don't know if we've ever seen the offenses this bad.
Yeah,
No.
sub 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever
where
I
you
don't know
feel-
I don't know if we've ever had this many questions
Mhm.
about the offense, about both offenses. Because like now, here's the thing: if Mateer, again, a lot of my analysis and a lot of my pick comes off of what I think is gamesmanship from Oklahoma and their whole Mateer strategy. If he comes out and plays the full game, Oklahoma's going to win.
Yes.
Yeah, Oklahoma's
And
going to win.
again, I think we're all doing the same thing. Is
Yeah.
At the time of recording, we have zero Mateer belief. I mean, I know everybody's like, oh, he's going to try to play, but I'm with
Yeah.
you. It's just a gamesmanship thing.
Yeah.
If Mateer plays,
Yeah, if Mateer was fully healthy, I'd be picking Oklahoma.
yeah, but I still think they'd be pretty limited because if he came back, he would
Yeah.
still be hurting.
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's just the veteran presence. Like the guy that knows the offense, the things that Ben Arbuckle, like he's more comfortable with Ben Arbuckle's system than Michael Hawkins probably is. Like it'd be several factors outside of him just being,
Yeah.
the guy for Oklahoma.
And just a better runner.
Yeah.
It just adds all, even if you're running a bunch of quarterback runs, it's still effective. Yeah. Not like excited in the fact of can't wait to watch all the sweet, awesome plays that are going to happen. Defenses, if you're a defensive guy, watch this game.
Yeah.
Watch this game.
Well, it's also like you're going to get, this is a rivalry game.
Huge.
And it's not like it's one of their, this is the rival. This is the rival for both of these teams.
Yeah.
So like you're going to get the best punch from both these teams because they do not want to lose to the other.
No. And what sucks is the magnitude of this game. Not going to say it's going to happen, but it could ruin Arch for at least a year.
Well, yeah, this is if he comes out and absolutely just punches Oklahoma in the mouth, he could still kind of keep that NFL draft stock somewhat intact
against that defense.
Yeah, and just like a Nico moment last week against Penn State.
Yeah,
like that would put him back in the good graces of everybody. But like, let's just say he has a stinker and he gets knocked out of the game in the second quarter. Like, bro, we're talking about going back to school now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
sorry.
No, please, Jay.
I think he's coming back regardless.
Yeah.
I think he's
I
think he's going to play 2 years at Texas. I think he needs to.
Yeah, he's too far. Now, again, like some of those throws that he makes against the Florida in the second half, you're like,
stupid, bro.
Yeah,
shit, he's got it. Like nobody, like it's hard for anybody else to make those throws. But then there's some other ones you're like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, that rope to Ryan Wingo, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what's up, man? Like,
Come
how
on,
are you
man.
able to do that? But then you'll make these boneheaded plays.
So he's young, man.
He's just young.
He's just young.
Yeah.
Very good point. Last one. It has potential to be a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude,
has potential to be a great game. Two of the craziest coaches we have, two of the highest swagger ratings of coaches we have, very different in those categories, but the same, all the same. I am really looking forward to this one. Good gosh, I can't talk today. I will say Dan Lanning is man on the mission. Man on the mission. And after the Penn State game, I have a big old belief in him now. I was like, yeah, this is the biggest FU season streak where we might be on. It is my chat slip. I'm on a no doubt run. This defense is good. I don't think Indiana's a fraudulent team or anything like that. I just think they're a notch below the top tier of the Big Ten.
Yep.
I'm going to say Dante Moore has another very nice game. I actually think this is going to be a very high scoring game. I think Mendoza's going to show out a little bit. I just don't think they can keep pace. I think Mendoza's the one that makes a big turnover. Dante Moore does not. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt, but I do think it's going to be a more of a late game stretch out for a nice cover. But I'm going to give Oregon -7.5 as my lock of the week. I think they're going to I think they're going to get a double-digit win. Again, I think that's going to be a fourth quarter. I think they're going to make it real nice and close for 3 quarters. It's going to be a great game. But Oregon does like to make statements. They like some style points, if you will.
I love that about Dan Lanning.
I do too, man.
Like, he's going to make sure you cover. I don't know what he's got going on.
Yeah, and look, it sounds like Kurt's been pretty sweet this week. And I mean, like, nice. I think he's on the very right path of, hey, I don't really want to piss off Dan Lanning.
I saw a study, and I'm sorry to cut you
off.
off.
I'm done. That was a soft pitch to you.
I saw a study, and it was just about ADs in the country.
Mm-hmm.
If you had your choice of college football head coaches, it was like an anonymous study. Dan Lanning was damn near an 85% of everybody's top spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've had my run-in with the Oregon Duck faithful, but I've met a lot of Oregon Duck fans lately. Like in the last 3 days, I've met like 4 people
Interesting.
that are like, I'm asking them like, oh, you root for Tennessee, you root for this, you root for that. They're like, no, I'm actually an Oregon fan.
Okay.
I was like, all right, that's weird, but cool. Kurt Cignetti is going to have his team fight.
Yes.
They are going to fight. They're going to bite, scratch, claw, and it's just not going to be enough. And that's okay. Like, they are, if I had to give an SEC comp, truly, I think Indiana is the Tennessee of the Big Ten.
Can score.
Can do all the right things. But, like, when we're playing Georgia and that final score happens, nobody's shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we believe, but nobody is just surprised that this was the end result. And I think the same thing for Indiana is like, you got the dogs, you got a lot to like. You absolutely, you remember the Illinois game a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there with my dad, like, hey, me and my buddy, we're on Illinois, let's watch it. Brother, blowout city. With that being said, man, give me.
Boys, I told you. I told y'all. Let's go, baby. Just letting y'all know, I put it in for a Jackson Dart anytime touchdown.
Bro, that's hilarious, bro.
Before Jackson Dart anytime touchdown.
That is hilarious.
I wish I had been cool and spent money and put him his first touchdown, but that's not be honest. I didn't even think about it.
I know a lot of people that did.
First touchdown bets are overrated.
It was plus.
They're fun if you're like, you got a group there. That's always a fun one to have, is like first touchdown bet. Well, like if you got some family members or something around, that's always fun. But that's it.
It was plus 1,200, by the way.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Give me Oregon. With that being said, Oregon, I just think it's too talented. I think Dante Moore is slowly but surely like heading into Heisman consideration. Just he's looked so efficient all year. I think he's what class was he in? Was he in that Nico class?
I think he was the same class as Arch.
Okay.
He committed to Oregon, then went to UCLA, played, then went. Yeah, he's in the same class as Arch, I think, because he was a year at UCLA, then committed, then transferred to Oregon, sat behind Dylan Gabriel last year, and now he's starting. Nice. So he's in his third year, I think. Well, he might be. Yeah, I think he's either same class as Arch or a year older than Arch. Nice. One of the two.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, give me Oregon, man. But Jay, definitely bring us home, brother.
Yeah, I think you guys have said it well. I'm not gonna leave you in suspense. I'm also on Oregon.
Nice.
I like how efficient Dante Moore's been. I like how good DeCorian Moore has been. I think he's really popped off this year. The X factor for me in this game is Kenyon Sadiq. I don't know who on Indiana is going to attempt to cover. I'm not going to say cover him. No. Who's going to attempt to cover him, because I don't think they're going to have a lot of success. He's really come on as a big target for Oregon. Fun stat, boys. Do you know what Oregon's red zone efficiency is?
What's up?
100%.
You're lying.
They have scored on 100% of trips that they have made it to the red zone. Not all touchdowns and field goals, but they are 100%. Indiana's sitting at I think 80% of their red zone efficiency.
Still strong.
Oregon's converting about 50% on third down. They've been a really, really good offense this year. And I think a lot of people will look at that result from Penn State last week and kind of discount the Oregon win. Yep. Those are two totally different teams, two totally different versions of the same team that you are playing when you're going out for that whiteout. You're playing on the road and you're Oregon versus the team that UCLA played last Saturday. So I don't want to take any factors in that result when I did analysis for this game. Fernando Mendoza's been really good.
Yes,
and he's a super solid quarterback when he has time.
Yeah.
When he's under pressure, he hasn't been quite the same guy. And I think Oregon's going to be able to get pressure on him. I think they're going to be able to make him uncomfortable. I think this secondary is a little gettable for Oregon. They haven't faced a passing attack like they're going to face from Indiana. That's not a shot at Drew Aller and Penn State, but it kind of is a shot at Drew Aller and Penn State because they just haven't been able to put it together at receiver. They just haven't been able to put it together at receiver the same way that I think this Indiana passing attack is. But Mateo is going to be hard to stop on the D-line. And it's at home. And Oregon's really good at home. Autzen Stadium's a tough place to play. One thing also, a lot of people talk about the middle eight. You guys familiar with the middle 8 concept?
No.
Yeah.
Last 4 minutes of the second quarter, first 4 minutes of the third quarter. It's a really important time in a game. It's a lot of swing, a lot of momentum. Can I give you guys some statistics on Oregon's scoring versus their opponent's scoring in the second quarter and third quarter?
Oh, please, because
Please
I'm all ears.
Oregon is scoring 69-9 in the second quarter. They're scoring 73-3 in the third quarter. So this is a team that ends the first half strong and starts the second half strong.
So they avalanche teams.
So
is what you're
they
saying.
pretty much yeah. If you look at their scoring differential by quarter,
Mhm.
they have a negative scoring differential in the fourth quarter. It's because they've pulled all the starters. They're getting outscored 27-35 in the fourth quarter because they've got walk-ons and third strings playing. Because at that point they're like, oh yeah, the game's over.
I don't feel like
That's absolutely lethal.
Yeah, I don't feel like I remember a team dominating like that in the second and third. I've heard like third quarter stuff.
Yeah.
Second and third?
Yep.
Man.
They have been incredible. Now they're not bad in the first quarter.
No.
Outscoring opponents 51-7. Now all that to say, no offense to their first 4 opponents and no offense to Penn State, but they kind of played 4 toasters in Penn State. Their first 4 games were not their hardest game was Northwestern because they played a Oklahoma State team that didn't have a pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Then they played like Oregon State, who also doesn't really have a pulse, and then like an FCS team. So like their numbers look really good, but I don't want to sit here and say their stats are just inflated because they played bad teams, because this is what elite teams do to bad teams.
Yes.
You absolutely leave no doubt.
No doubt.
And while I do like Kurt Signetti and I like Indiana, and I think they're better than they are last year as far as on the line, how they can compete, I don't know if they're still in the same league with Ohio State and Oregon. I think, like you said, Chase, there's a tier difference. I think Ohio State and Oregon are solidly that first tier in the Big Ten. And I think Indiana might be fighting for that like second tier spot. I think they could compete with Penn State, compete with Michigan, teams like that. But I think this is just a different step up in their own league. So I like Oregon. I like Oregon to cover. It'll be a fun game regardless. I think Indiana will have their moments for sure. And I hope if Indiana does kind of get blown out in this game, I hope people don't look at Indiana and be like, oh man, they suck. It's probably more about Oregon being really good.
Yeah, because we saw
Indiana
how
being
good.
bad.
Because I don't think Illinois is just the worst team in the world. I think they're in that third tier of Big Ten teams, but dude, Indiana just housed them.
No, like made them look terrible. But they also were without a lot of their starter corners, right? Like their DBs.
Yeah.
Illinois.
Yeah.
They've had some injuries on defense. I'm glad you brought up DB. That's something else I forgot to point out. D'Angelo Perry, I think is his name. I've got it right here in my notes. D'Angelo Pons. Sorry. D'Angelo Pons is Indiana's All-American cornerback. They're getting him back for this game. He was out in the Iowa game.
Needed.
So that'll be a welcome help. But I mean, they're going to need all the help they can get trying to defend Decorian Moore and Kenyon Sadiq and this Oregon receiver core.
Yeah. It's going to be good. I think it's going to be fun. I think I don't feel like they're ever going to like have a lead late, but I do feel like there's going to be a couple drives Mendoza. They're going to really kind of put it on them and get it close, get it within a possession, keep you intrigued. So
yeah, especially if Oregon gets a lead early, like if they follow suit like they've been doing and they grab like a 14-point lead and Indiana's having to play from behind and Oregon at that point gets to just rush and tee off against Fernando Mendoza.
Scary.
It could get ugly.
Could get ugly. Quick hitters. What's everybody got? Like one other game? I know you want to talk about that, Joseph. There's so many good games on this week. What's one that you're looking forward to? We didn't mention.
So I didn't mean for this to be a homer pick, but it kind of is, man. Georgia goes to Auburn 7:30 Saturday night. We talked about desperation mode. We talked about it with Texas. We talked about it with Florida last week. Auburn is in that same spot. They are in desperation mode. And this is a game that I know it's not good analysis to say it gets weird for Georgia and Alabama when they go to Jordan-Hare, but people in those fan bases understand when you say that, what that means. It gets weird at night.
Yeah.
It does. I've seen
voodoo magic.
I've seen some crazy shit happen to Georgia teams that go out to Jordan-Hare. It's definitely going to be, I mean, obviously as a fan, I'm going to be tuned in, but I think it's one of those games that you can't afford to miss because I think Hugh Freeze might throw everything at the wall and sees what sticks Saturday night. because this feels like it's a have to have it game.
Do or die.
Yeah, because they'll be 3-3. They'll be 0-3 in the SEC if Auburn does end up losing. So it's gonna be an interesting night down on the plains.
Yeah. Miggy?
Florida, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
That's a fight for your ass. That is a fight,
dude.
I don't know. I mean, both of these teams could. I mean, this is one of those gritty 20-17 type of ball games. Yeah, looking forward to that, and just want to see is DJ Lagway, can he keep it going?
Can you do it?
Can he do it? We'll see. Also, I don't know who's going to hold this. If yeah, we'll see. This defense is going to give Marcel Reed a time.
Yeah.
I met a guy at a cigar lounge real fast this past weekend. Went to Texas A&M, and believe it or not, guys, he played where Boobie Miles went to high school and sent me a picture of his Letterman jacket and followed Chatt It Up Sports.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
Mr.
Shout
Charlie
out, brother.
at Cigar International, if you're listening, brother, appreciate it. He was like, I went where Boobie Miles went. Mojo. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah. What about you, brother?
I'm trying to decide here because I'm gonna be honest. I want to pick the Arizona State Utah game because I think that's another one that could be wound up in the weird Big 12. But I'm not gonna stay up till 10:15 and watch that whole game. I'm just gonna be completely honest with everybody. Daddy can't make it anymore. I have a child that wakes up at 6 a.m. Very surprised. John's up 13-3. Okay. This is really throwing me off. Primetime night games are just weird in the NFL. I think there is a weird possibility that Michigan ain't dead yet in the playoff running. They go out there to beautiful Los Angeles and get a W against one of the most explosive teams. I get it. The Illinois thing, you lost, but golly bum, they have one of the best wide receivers in the country in Lemon. If they had beaten Illinois, he's the number one wide receiver in the country. He would be at least in a little bit of talking to about Heisman contention.
He's that good?
He's that good, dude. Best yak in the country.
So like Biletnikoff is going to belong there?
It would be really close. I don't think they're going to get enough games in the win column to get that, but he's awesome. He's awesome. Jeremiah Smith's really good. You know, Ohio State's. This might be one of those weird things where they might have too many good guys to like have the Biletnikoff winner.
It's wide receiver you fatigue at this point.
It's tough.
It's happening on Sundays too.
But they're going to still they have so many games left where they could blow people out, and Jeremiah could have an awesome game or something. Carnell could still be up there. He's awesome. Lemon's the man, but just don't know if they're going to get enough wins. But I'm saying if Bryce can kind of continue to roll on, get better. I know the Oklahoma loss looks really bad. He had a terrible day. That's an awesome defense. But if he can continue to roll, he gets hot. Michigan gets a couple dubs. Still got the Ohio State little brother thing going on. It ain't out of the picture yet. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen. I don't think they're that great, but that physicality is nasty. That's the one I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Boys, it's been a pleasure again.
Oh, my God. A great time.
Great time. I don't know how an hour and 15 goes by so fast.
Me neither. It feels like 4 minutes.
It does. But the wife is calling. And I'm going to go home to my family. I have a new drainage system in my downstairs at my new patio. So I'm going to turn on Sunday Night Football and watch, or Thursday Night Football and watch that. I cannot wait. Much love, my friends.
Hey, give me that.
Air Dap. Love you guys. Like, subscribe everywhere. We out.